the spine through the vibration. Inhale. Yogena chittasya padena vacham malam sharirasya cha vaidyakena yopakarotam pravaram muninam patanjalim pranjaliranatosmi Abahu Purushakaram Shanka Chakra Siddharinam Sahasaha Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Harihi Om. Keep your chest lifted and then bow the head towards the center and surrender there. As we said earlier, let's ask for the blessings of the Gurus as we embark on our practice this morning. And then bring the hands down, softly lift our head up, and then slowly let your eyes open until they adjust to the light on the outside. Look forward towards the floor in front of you, so you don't look up right away, to keep that internalization, then gradually come back to the surface. So you keep that internalization. Extend the legs out in front of you, change the crossing of the legs. And this morning I was in the class with Prashant Iyengar, Mr. Iyengar's son. He gave a class this morning at 6 o'clock our time. And one thing he explained, which also many of you who saw the e-blast that we sent out, we sent videos, and there was a video with Birju. And this whole idea of how we start the class with the invocation to Patanjali, the song to Patanjali, and it's a way of bringing your mindset within, communicating with the practice of yoga. And what happens is when we are going to do our practice of yoga, we tend to do, which is normal because we're using our body, but we want to keep that connection of the mindfulness within. So just take that moment to see how even the space around you, even when you are in your home, has transformed, that your embodiment in that space is something a little bit different than when we sat down and we were getting ready for the class. So it's just good to see that and to keep that inward mindfulness as we practice together this morning. So I just wanted to point that out, that it's something that we do automatically in the classes, and sometimes we're not always seeing all the roles that this plays for us. How the way we teach, there's so many things that are happening that we're not always explaining, but we know that the practice is transformative, so that's why we're all here together this morning. So let's start now. We'll move our blankets to the side. Now, this morning's class is a mixed level class. So we have some people who are level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. There's all different levels. So I'm going to show some of the poses modified. So what I suggest is we're going to first start with a stool or a bookshelf or a chair. And you're going to go for half uttanasana, where you walk your feet back, your feet are hip-width apart, and you move your thighs back and your sides of your trunk forward. so that you are extending the sides of the trunk forward, and look at your feet, spreading really well the mounds of the toes, connecting in the heel, and using the legs, feeling the leg lifting, and then we'll walk forward to come up. So if you haven't already started, go ahead. Either have a stool or a bookshelf. I prefer because you'll see the side body will go forward. Then walk forward to come up. Now we also have this pose on a wall. I'm going to just show over here because I don't want you to see my buttocks. Where you can put your hands on the wall and extend. But go ahead and do that. You'll feel that the body is moving back, but there's not room to move forward. And also this will create a stability in the shoulder if I were to teach it like that. But I just want to illustrate there is less freedom of moving forward in the trunk. And we have this, it exists, but it's a different application. So you'll feel that the legs are going back, but the trunk can't really go forward. Then come up, walk forward to come up. Now, I just want to be sure, those people who are on Zoom, am I spotlighted right now? Janice, yes, thank you. Because I have you as the spotlight so that I can see the rhythm of the class. So I'm just making sure. Thank you, Janice. Now, once again, Uttanasana either on a stool and a bookshelf works really well because depending on your height, or a kitchen counter, here at the center we often use the horse or the hooks. Once again, Uttanasana with your hands on top. This time, look at your feet, spread well the mounds of the toes, and then extend the side trunk forward. Then just have your vision inside and observe that you're moving your inner legs back. You're opening the back of the legs, but you're really lifting the front of your legs deep in the socket. So stretch well the outer knee tendons. Be sure that the kneecaps are up and you're lifting well the front of the thigh deep up into the socket as you roll the inner and outer groins back. Lengthen the side trunk forward. Feel the freedom in the trunk, the stability in the legs, and opening in the back of the legs all together. Outer ankles in, inner ankles up. Outer ankles in, then come up. And then we're going to go for some standing asana. The first pose we're going to do is going to be at a wall. And we're going to do Bandhanulyasana at a wall. I'm going to show briefly here, and then we're going to go to the side. So make sure that you have a little bit of room to go to the side, and then you'll come up and we'll do the other side. Okay, so let's go ahead. Be against the wall. Those people, we often put the feet at the wall, but if you feel that when your arms are up, it's really an intense struggle. You can have your heels like an inch away from the wall, a little bit away from the wall. Depends on the shoulder and the buttocks. So just observe what you require. Then reach your arms up, Bandhanulyasana. Go ahead. First, Bandhanulyasana. As you're in the pose, stay there. I'm just coming up to talk. See that you really stick your thighs back to the wall. You'll feel that because we're against the wall, the body consciousness wants to go forward. And you have to consciously move your body back to the wall like you're sticking it, and then lengthen it. Feel even your lumbar area, you're moving it towards the wall, and then lengthen it. So everything's sticking to the wall, and bringing your body from the outside to the center, which we call a compactness. Feel that the heels are connecting, you're climbing, lengthening, opening, breathe, and then bring your arms down. So first thing is you're sticking your body to the wall. The only part of your body that's going to come away from the wall is the tailbone and the shoulder blades, but not literally. They're going to come into the body. Everything else at the wall. Now, change the interlocking of your fingers. Whichever finger came first, switch over. Bandhanulyasana, get at the wall. Connect, keeping the whole body moving to the wall. Breathe. tailbone stays in the body, shoulder blade stays in, open the armpits, and observe the breath. Observe now. First I gave you what to do now and how to do now. Observe the breath and how there's more expansion, less effort. If you connect your body practicing this very simple pose and the breath together, it gives an ease and an added opening in the asana. Sucking the elbows in, don't bend the arms, then bring the arms down. So in that variation, the explanation was to observe the breath. Now when we go to the side, you're going to stamp the heel. It's going to require an action of how to, as well as the connection with the breath, and reach out through the lower side of the trunk. Then we'll just turn the chest and look towards the ceiling. Okay, and then when you come back to the center, you'll re-extend and change sides. Ready? Go ahead. Partial Banulyasa. Stamp the heel. First go to the right. As you go to the right, continue. Observe the breath coming. Abdomen deflating and lengthening the trunk, especially the right side of the trunk. Look towards the ceiling. Then pull with your arms coming up. Lengthen again and go to the left. Climbing your body on the left side. Deflation of the abdomen through your exhalation. Breathing normally through the inhalation. Open the chest and turn towards the ceiling. Then coming up, lengthen your arms. Once you're even farther, observe the added extension from within. And then bring your arms down. Change the interlocking of the fingers. Once more, Partial Banulyasa, both sides. First to the right. Feel how you have to anchor your left heel strongly, rolling the thighs in as you go. Observe as you go how you can bring the breath into the chest. Don't push out the abdomen. Deflation of the abdomen, lift and opening of the chest. Pull with the arms coming up. Lengthen and go to the left. One more side. Parshva Banulyasa. Climbing, going. Don't shorten the left arm. Keep it long, 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 long. And the left side of the trunk too. Deflation of the abdomen, sticking the body to the wall. Opening through the breath in the chest. Don't let that abdomen push out. Climb through the arms. Then come back to the center. Lengthen the arms. Breathe. And then bring your arms forward to come out. And interlock your hands behind you. And walk back to your mat or around the room a little bit. Then change the interlocking of the fingers. Come back to the mat. Stand in the center. Open and lift the chest. Feel both shoulder blades connected to the back, and bring your hands to the side. Breathe. Now, if you're needing anything for standing poses, take what you may need, and we're going to practice some standing asana, some more standing asana. That was also one. If you need a brick or chair, whatever you may need. If you don't need anything, be in the center of the mat. Be ready. Inhale, jump, or step if you're using the wall for Utthita Trikonasana. Turn the left foot in. If you're at the wall, bring your left foot to the wall. The whole right leg out. Opening the chest. Extend out over the leg and grasp the ankle. See that your thighs are moving to the bone, that you have that compactness in the asana. Tailbone in, open and lift the chest. and look up towards the ceiling. Observe in your pose any area where you feel the body is coming away from the pose. Inhale, come up, and change sides. Keep the legs firm, reaching the trunk over the leg. Feel that your body is staying connected in the pose. Observe as if you drew the silhouette of the pose, and your body is staying connected. The outer front thigh, the buttocks, tailbone, chest open. Then inhale, come up, turn the feet, and jump to the other Tadasana. Be in Tadasana. Now, the principle I gave was, I'm going to explain, is imagine that you drew your triangle pose, but it's 3D, it's not flat. So you're feeling your body in that asana. So when we were doing Parshabanagulyasana against the wall, we felt that compactness, that our whole body was coming to the center to be in the shape of the pose. So here, when we're in Uttita Trikonasana, I'm going to go this side, I'll feel as I'm going into the pose, all right, do I still have this back leg, thigh moving to the bone? Is it connected into the pose? Is it compact? Or is it pushing forward? Do I feel that my outer thigh is moving to the bone? Or is it coming out? Do I feel my whole body connecting in the pose? Or am I leaning somewhere? Or tilting somewhere? So instead of me saying, do this action, do that action, because everyone I saw who came, you know triangle pose. You've done it many, many times. So observe your embodiment in that asana. But what I will say is that the thigh moving back like we saw to the wall, the legs firm, and the tailbone in has to happen so you can extend your spine over the leg. Okay, so that definitely is going to happen. But observe the sensation that you're within the asana. Inhale, jump. Already here. Observe from fingertips to fingertips, an extension in the arms, both legs, the trunk. Think both legs, both arms, the trunk, the spine, like 5 parts. Turn the feet. Now we have our 2 legs making the triangle. Is the body connected to the triangle of the legs? The trunk, spine, and the arms. Just think of those 5 parts. The trunk and the spine I'm adding together. Uttita Trikonasana again. Observe both legs, both in the pose, both arms, and the trunk. So this is the gross aspect. Opening the chest. The tailbone has to stay in the pose. With the thigh moving back to hold it in place. Then turn and look up. So observe the shape of your pose and your body in the space. Then opening of the chest. Thoracic spine in. What you may have to harvest in the pose to keep the chest open, the spine extending. Legs firm, chest open, come up and change sides. Be ready, don't just go in, change sides, feel the triangle of the legs, and how that helps already, especially the front triangle of the front leg triangle, how that leg goes deep in the socket. How you connect to the inner edge of the front foot, to to sharpen your triangle of the legs. Back inner leg lifts. As you go over, extend the trunk, which is really the extension of the spine, part of it anyhow, over that leg versus going down. Observe the triangle sharpness. The shape of the pose so that it's coming to the center. Compactness doesn't mean tightness. It means strength, stability with fluidity. Opening up the chest. Feel that. The shoulder blades are facing the wall in front of you. I'm giving clues, cues, because I'm not seeing everybody. But see your own pose through the sensation of feeling it. Sharp triangle of the legs. Don't let your kneecaps falter. Open chest, like the fireworks. Inhale, coming up. Turn both feet forward. Reconnect. Reconnect in this Utthita Padasana pose. Reconnect. Breathe. Then jump. Padasana. Roll the shoulders back and down. Breathe freely. Stand tall. Here in Tadasana, have that sensation when we are against the wall, how you're moving into the back body consciousness, like when we were at the wall, but the buttocks are descending, tailbone is in, and lifting the chest. Shoulders go down. Feel the action of the arms going all the way through to the fingertips. However, we can say, all right, right now we're in Tadasana, we're not doing anything with our arms. But the arms, they're being applied in the asana to some degree to help us stand tall, balance, to help us uplift the chest. Somehow they're applying in the asana. Observe that. So every part of the body in the pose, you're feeling that sensation, harvesting into the pose. Are the thighs rolling in and back? Outer legs sucking to the bone. Breathe. Inhale, jump. Next pose, Utthita Padasana. Turn the left foot in, the whole right leg out. Stand tall now. Be aware, we know what we're going to do. We're going to bend our front leg, bring our hand to the floor, reach our arm overhead. So this pose is going to require that we stamp the inner heel and lift the shin bone up. So we can bend the inner leg towards the knee, stamp the inner heel, and lifting the shin bone up, reach the inner leg towards the knee, but keep weight in your back foot. Then bring the hand to the floor, and then bring your arm overhead. Utthita Padasana. Now observe this shape. You know this shape. You've seen it. You've been in it. Observe this shape. Back leg has a firmness in it, so there's an extension of the whole left side of the body from the back foot to the fingertips, and then you turn upon that tilted line, leg to the arm, bottom leg to the arm. Keep the tailbone in by stamping the heels, that will help. Then inhale, coming up. And change sides. Stand tall. Prepare the mind, the mindfulness for this pose versus the doing of the pose. Then bend, you know you're doing, but see that you're in it. Bringing the arm overhead, pressing the leg to the arm. Lengthen, but stamping the back foot, lengthening the whole side and rotate. Rotate upon that line that's being created from your back foot, right foot, all the way to right fingertips, right waist, and rotate upon there, right armpit. the chest, opening the chest. Stamping the heels, open the chest, come up. Turn both feet forward. Breathe. Then jump to the other toes. Look down at the feet and reconnect. Stand tall. Breathe freely. Breathe freely. Breathe normally. Normally, the breath will be different, but let the breath come in and out. By what I mean normally, that means don't try to change the breath. Freely, openly. Arm extension. Then let go. Take everyone now, either half Uttanasana, what I showed earlier with the stool, or with your feet hip width apart, go into Uttanasana, this time with your fingertips on the floor. Either this or half Uttanasana. Move the frontal body forward, keeping the legs firm, inner legs back, and then with the space in your frontal body, descend using your fingertips, kind of like as rudders, to help pump up the legs. The frontal legs go up deep in the sockets. The inner legs go back. Outer legs go back in the groin regions. But feel with your fingertips how you can bring the fibers of the legs in the front of the legs up. We know the back of the legs will open, for sure. But can you keep the front of the legs height? So much so that they are almost even to the lift of the back of the legs. Breathe. Outer ankles in, inner ankles up. Breathe. Feel the fibers of the leg parallel. In the back, in the front. In the front, in the back. Of course, in order for this to occur, the kneecaps have to be lifted. Outer knee tendons extending, you know that. But observe how it enhances it. If I say, lift the kneecaps, that's one thing. But here, working with the fibers of your leg, all the fibers of the musculature in the thigh, climbing up, getting the height of the back leg, and then you feel the trunk can go down. The more the legs are powerfully holding you up, the more then the trunk will descend. Observe that sensation. Breathe freely, abdomen soft. Using the fingertips, that will help you to embody the legs, have a better embodiment of the legs. Then come up and be ready for next pose. Tadasana. Connect now in Tadasana from the soles of the feet. Observe how each time I'm a little bit spreading mine, moving the skin, opening it. You can do that. How after each pause, there is an enhancement of the connection with the cells of the feet, the soles of the feet and the earth. And how that connection, even though we can't see our feet, but we can observe them from inside. Just like we're not looking at ourselves in a mirror when we're doing the asana, but from inside we can see that shape. It's connecting, giving us an awareness, which then gives us an intelligence. Like I feel one leg, this inner leg, oh, I have to roll it back more and put a little more weight on this heel than this one. And then I stabilize with both. So I give myself a correction Not that I'm searching, but something happens when my awareness is enhanced, then I get an information, and since I have some understanding, oh, I can auto-correct. And then once you correct, re-stabilize with both. If you correct one leg or one arm, then do both together. That will stabilize the correction. Guruji says, because I'm looking at one of his quotes here, you need mobility in intelligence and stability in body while doing the asana. So I'll reiterate that throughout the class. So this was the idea of feeling the mobility in the intelligence. It first comes through awareness, and then intelligence, it gives us the correct or incorrect feedback. It's the feedback loop. Inhale, jump. First we're going to do Vimalasana. Turn your back foot in, your whole right leg out. Now in this pose, the inner back leg goes back as you stamp the outer foot, but feel that you're lifting your ankle up off of your foot, even your shin, as you stand tall, opening the chest. Then bend the front leg. As you reach your inner front leg forward, reach your inner back leg back. Then re-extend the sides of the trunk from behind the pubic plate, re-extend the spine, look diagonally forward and up, bend some more, and change sides. Vimanasana. Turn now your right foot in. You can lift your heel, pivot, and move it down so you feel there's freedom for your inner leg to go back, the outer leg to go forward, but without leaning forward. So feel the height in the back of the leg, so a predominance in the inner leg going back, outer leg stays connected to the bone. Compactness to the outer leg, freedom in the inner leg. Compactness in the outer back leg, freedom in the inner leg. So there's like a spin, but a stability. Stand tall, lift everyone, the shins up off the ankles up off the feet. Feel the frontal extension of the trunk as you bend the leg, inner leg forward, inner back leg back. Tailbone stays in. So lift the pubic plate up, lift the chest diagonally forward and up. Breathe, opening your chest. Separation of the inner legs. Then come up. Turn your feet forward and jump together, Tadasana. Breathe normally, breathe freely. I have to move my mat a little bit forward here. Inhale, jump. Connect through the legs. Feel both inner legs have the lift. Stability in the outer fibers of the legs, but freedom in the lift of the inner legs. Turn the arms towards the ceiling. Reach the trunk up through the arms, lengthen. Those people who can, join the hands, otherwise keep the hands shoulder width apart. Turn the legs for Virabhadrasana. Inner back leg back, outer leg stable, front leg flows forward as you reach the whole trunk up. Separation of the legs, re-extend the spine, look up. Feel your body in the shape of the pose. Keeping the tailbone in, pubic plate up, lift the chest, pull with the arms, come up, change sides. Observe throughout that intelligence of the leg flowing. Inner leg forward, back leg back. Be ready, go enter into the pose. Feel that connection. Feel also the lift and opening of the chest, thanks to the center thoracic spine coming in, forward and up. observe the breath in the embodiment all together. Hold with the arms come up. Turn the feet forward. Turn the arms out. Bring them down. Jump to the other Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back and down. Breathe normally. Breathe freely. Second time, Virabhadrasana. This time I'm not going to speak too much, so you can observe. What we're going to see is the flow of the two legs and with the breath now. Observe the breath in the asana, that you're breathing freely, fully, as you're performing the action, as the intelligence is there. You feel the flow. Is it correct? Two legs separated. Do I feel the correction? The lift of the trunk. Feel the shape in the asana. I'm going to come out and talk. Feel that you are in the shape and your breath is expansive. You're breathing freely as you observe the shape. So although you're observing everything mindfully in the asana, the breath is free. The face is soft. So the mindfulness is without tension. Then hold with the arms. Come up and change sides. If anyone needs to bring their arms down for a moment, turn in Vimanasana. Then you can re-extend the arms up once you have positioned yourself. And then be ready. Enter into the asana with that mindfulness instead of just doing. Two inner legs separating. Re-extension. Breathe. Once you're there, you have received the feedback loop, you have feel the shape of the asana, you're connecting with the breath, then just be there, breathe. So you're not always doing, correcting. Be there, breathe. After a certain point, be there, breathe, without overdoing always. Hold with the arms coming up. Turn your feet forward. Then bring your arms way up to the side and down. Opening the chest. Jump back together, Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back and down. Breathe freely, breathe fully. Often in class and in my own practice, we know that we come back to Tadasana and then we reconnect in that pose, receive feedback from the last pose, and also it's recuperation. Our breath becomes normal, the rate of the breath goes back to its normal rate. Okay, so there's many roles for Tadasana, but also often when I perform a standing asana, I take a moment after I've completed both sides in this pose, Utthita Hasta Padasana. And this is really to repose this pose in space after the practice is really helpful to connect within before I come back to Tadasana. I just wanted to say that because in class, I make sure it happens because I see you and I keep the rhythm going like that. Here, I don't know, so I'm giving this as an invitation for the rest of the class that you take that moment when we're in the standing asana. Okay, the whole class won't be standing. We're going to be finished in standing in a little bit, but I wanted to say that at least for the next couple of poses. Okay? So now we connect. Roll the shoulders back and down. And inhale, jump. Now, before we go into the next pose, I want to say something so you can feel it. Feel that your arms are extending from the back to the other arm, from one arm to the other, and you're extending through all your fingertips. So there's a link through the arms from the back and from inside the chest. If it's only the back, you'll be like this.
So always we extend the arms from inside the center of the chest, out into the fingertips, and then connect from at least small finger, ring finger, and middle finger across the back. Then all of them, feel that. Now, without moving your arms, which the hands are to be the same height as your shoulders, so you have to check it out, then move your shoulders down without moving your hands and feel your chest lift it up. Do you feel that? Then similarly, move just your center forearm bone, right here where I have my bracelet. Move the center forearm bone down, lift the side armpit chest up. Then bend the legs and jump together, Halasana. Okay? So those are two actions that we use in the next pose. That's an indirect way. Now, how could it be that some do as if you move your arm down, although you didn't move it down, gives you access to lift your armpit chest up? This is really amazing. These are the ideas that Guruji, he found, Mr. Ingar, practicing with his intelligence. Oh, how am I lifting my chest? So how he found that mobility in his intelligence, so much so that he was able then to share with us the teachings. So this is a tremendous help in the next pose, Virabhadrasana 2. All Virabhadras have the idea of thousands of arms. So there's always an action of the arms that are happening. Virabhadrasana 1, we saw the lift. Now Virabhadrasana 2, how can we keep the arms so much out like that, but then lift the chest and stay connected to the arms at the same time, to all the whole 3, 4D, however you call it, of the arm. Okay, so let's do that like you're a sculpture. It's not the idea that it's what you are, you've been living being, but think of it more like a sculpture image than just the picture, the flat image. Inhale, jump. Virabhadrasana 2. Connect with the arms. Then turn the left foot in, the whole right leg out. Now, and when we go to do this pose, do as if someone strong is pulling your arm as you bend your front leg, pulling your back arm. Now you're in the pose. Extend the arms from inside the center of the chest. Then, without moving the hands, shoulders down, chest up, center forearm bones down, armpit chest up. Keep connecting with your back arm as you look beyond the front arm. But keep your awareness in the back arm. Breathe. Then some more, then come up. Chain sides. Virabhadrasana. Now, someone's pulling your right arm. Bend the front leg. Not allowing you to bend so you don't tilt. Side trunk up. Shoulders down, chest up. Center forearm bones down. Armpit chest up. Stamp the back heel. Pulling with the right arm, look beyond the left. Breathe. Stay in the pose. Feel like thousands of arms. Then some more, come up. Turn the feet and jump together, Halasana. Up. That was my mistake. I forgot to have us stay for a moment in Uttita-hasta Halasana. I'm sorry. Maybe because I was talking and a little breathless, I jumped fast. So we'll do it once more and we'll have that moment. So I'm sure that with all those ideas of the arms, at least one of them you got a glimpse of, and many of you have heard this before. So we're going to repeat it again. The first time it's like, okay, we're training our body what to do. Now make it your own within your embodiment, within the asana. We'll practice together. So I'll be here for timing. Stand tall. Breathe. Inhale, jump. Connect. Prepare the mindset for Virabhadrasana 2. Arms. Think of all the arms. Turn the feet. Be ready. Now in this position, pulling through the back arm.
entrance of the pose. Then shoulders down, chest up, center forearm bones, action. Then connecting with the back arm as you look beyond the right hand. Keep the arms extending from inside the chest. Change sides. Virabhadrasana. Right arm extension as you enter the pose. Both arms down. The action of both arms. Lifting of the chest. Center forearm bones down, armpit chest. Breathe. Look beyond the left hand, but be aware of the right. Then come up. Turn both feet forward. Utthita Hasta. Reach the arms farther. Chest up. Then jump. Roll the shoulders back and down. Breathe freely. Breathe normally. Observe the vision is within, although your eyes are open. Once the breath has returned back to normal, go for Uttanasana. Either half Uttanasana, or resting Uttanasana, or Uttanasana with the fingertips resting. Once you feel that you have that pumping action of the legs, softness in the abdomen, so the trunk can flow down, then you can hold the arms just above the elbows. Keep the inner arms towards the elbows so the elbows feel heavy to bring your trunk down as the legs go up. Then come on up and bring your arms down. Tadasana. Stand tall. Forward Hastasana. Lengthen the waist, keeping the shoulder blades in. Then bring your arms down. Pacchinamskarasana. Bring your hands up the back. To bring the hands higher, you can open the palms of the hands. That helps. If you press them together and try to go up, it's harder. But if you a little bit roll forward, opening the palms of the hands, then you can bring your hands up higher. Then close them after that. After that, you close, pressing the palms of the hands together. And feel, by pressing the palms of the hands together, opening comes from inside the chest. So it's as if the edges of your hands touching your thoracic spine moves through the body to the sternum diagonally forward and up. Feel that projection. Here also, move the shoulders down and move the center forearm bones down and lift your armpit chest up. There is a freedom that will come
in the side armpit chest, which is, just think of it as your t-shirt, the seam of your t-shirt rolling. So there's freedom in the skin. You can feel the t-shirt seam rolling back, and from underneath that, skin coming forward and up, armpit chest skin. Great. Opening the armpit chest. Lots of energy in the armpit chest. Armpit chest Shakti. Tailbone is in. Great. Then release your arms. Or Gahasasana. Bring your arms down. Feel the freedom now in armpit chest. Once again, Pacchinamaskara-san now. If someone cannot do Pacchinamaskara, I told in the beginning I would give variation, then you hold the arms like so. If this isn't possible, then you hold your arm like so, with one wrist holding one hand. Okay, so those are the variations, either holding your elbows or holding one wrist with one hand. Otherwise, Pacchinamaskara-san, be in the back body, tailbone in, then inhale jump, Parshvottanasana. Turn the feet all the way towards the side wall, connect through the back heel. Again, the inner leg goes back, but the outer leg is firm on the back leg. Press the front foot, lift up from the front foot, through the frontal leg, through the side trunk, and lengthen the side trunk, forearm bones down, chest up. Look up. Then lead forward with your chest, stamping into your back heel. Extend far forward over your frontal leg. Go over the frontal leg. Breathe. Now, when you're forward like this in the pose, move the shoulders towards the ceiling, towards the elbows. Don't let your shoulders, I'm going to come up to speak, don't let your shoulders fall down. Move the shoulders, pressing the palms of the hands. Press well the palms of the hands, or if you have your arms holding there, move the shoulders towards the elbows. Don't let them fall down towards the floor. Now keep the legs firm, keep the shape of the pose. Slowly come up. Look at that wall in front of you, and then change sides. Parshvottanasana, other side. Connect through the inner edge of your front foot, outer edge of the back foot. Inner leg going back, outer leg keeping that stability. Fluidity in the inner leg, compactness in the outer leg. Then extend the side trunk, frontal body up, look up towards the ceiling, create space, feel the space in the frontal body, and then move forward over the front leg with that space in your frontal body. Exhale, go forward. Use the exhalation breath to go forward. That's how I'm talking and doing. Shoulders towards the elbows, press the palms of the hands. Shoulders up. Shoulders up. Bring your chin towards your leg, then your forehead. Breathe. Keep the legs firm. Slowly come up. Look at the wall in front of you. Breathe. Then turn the feet forward. Open the chest. Keep your hands there. Jump together, Tadasana. Bring your arms down. Or Gahastasana, lengthen the arms, keeping the shoulder blades in. Open the chest. Bring your arms down. Now, I made a mistake. Those people who had crossed their arms, we technically should do a second time, but I'm just giving one. So just stand there and change the crossing of your arms in Tadasana for a moment. At least that way you have had it. with the change of the crossing of the arms. Opening the chest. Okay, so those people who did the arm or holding the wrist, just change the other side now. Open the chest. It's not exactly the same, but I forgot to have you change when we came up. Maybe you did on your own. That would be good. Inhale, jump. Bring your hands on your waist. Connect through the feet. This is the largest distance of the legs in the standing asana. So stamp well, but keep your outer ankles in. Don't throw your ankles out. Outer ankles in, then you feel the inner leg can lift up. Open the chest. Come forward. Bring the hand to the floor. And now once your hand is on the floor, shift the weight forward to the toes. So you feel the sides of the trunk moving away from the thighs, the frontal body moving away from the thighs, the shoulders moving back, body is trying to reach far forward as possible in the front of the body. Dip the frontal body towards the floor and forward, the front of the sternum, the front of the ribs. Do that action. This is required. Shoulders back. Then relax your head. Bring your head to the floor. And bring your arms more inside. I'm going to come up so I'm sure you can hear me talk. Bring your hands back farther and press the palms of the hands well. All the fingers, every knuckle. And as you press the palms of the hands, lift your shoulders up. Lift the shoulders up as you press the palms of the hands. And keep the thigh firm. Feel that your side trunk has a lift and it rounds in this pose. Breathe freely. Breathe normally. Feel that the weight is evenly distributed on both legs. Both legs, both arms, and the head. That the weight is evenly distributed on both hands, both feet, and the head. And without pressing the head, press the hands and the feet, but not the head. But feel the weight there on all five. Then straighten your arms, extend forward, suck the thighs to the bone. Bring your hands on your hips, come up. Walk in the heels and toes. And jump together, Tadasana. Stand tall. Reach your arms down. Breathe freely. Breathe freely. Breathe normally. Then, have your feet hip width apart. Urdhva Hastasana. Come forward, take hold of your big toes. Move the frontal body forward, the legs back. Try to lift your big toes up, but they're pushing your fingers down. And then come down in Hanukkasana or go for Hatha Konasana again. Frontal fibers going up as the trunk comes down. Fibers of the legs going up as the trunk goes down. Go ahead. Then extend the sides of the trunk forward. Release your feet. Come up. Tadasana. Stand up. Breathe. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Dog pose. You can do dog pose at the wall or in the center. Everyone, open well the palm of the hand. Spread well the necks of the toes. And go into your dog pose. The shape of this pose, everybody knows. So observe your body in that shape. Both arms, both legs, and the trunk. Keep the height of the frontal legs. Then
I'm going to have you all, because I know many of you need this to get the height of the frontal leg sensation, take a blanket, roll it, like so. Here, I'll put it on this side because I showed on this side. So roll this blanket, like that. Okay? And you're going to do your dog pose with your heels up on this roll. Now when you have this roll, what you will see, and what will happen that I'm looking for, that you'll feel, is the frontal fibers of the leg at this part of the leg. The lower leg you can feel going up, but this part, it's not so easy for so many people when their heels are not all the way down. So now with your heels on this roll, you have to make it even, get a little bit accustomed to the new prop. So it's not the arch, it's just the heels. Then you get the height of your frontal legs. Even, not only the frontal thigh, but this outer hip as if it's in the ropes. You can feel it going up and back, up and back, up and back, up and back. And the ribs also. Up towards the hips, not down, up towards the hips, okay? Go ahead, dog pose with the roll, that will help. Unless some of you are level 3 people, I mean, you can all feel that. It's good to experience it, and it will help you. Even if you may not need it, you can experience that. It will give you that aid, and then you can do without. Go ahead, everyone. Adho Mukha Svanasana with the roll. Feel both arms in both hands, every single finger, knuckle is embracing the earth to keep your arms evenly lifting, inner and outer, front and back, and the height of the legs, the height of the thighs, deeply going up, kneecaps, everything, the fibers of the leg height, so well, and then the hip height, and the trunk height. Feel the height of it, so there's like a triangle shape that you're creating in your dog pose. If you look at dog pose, Guruji's dog pose, there's a real triangle shape there. So deep, so high is the legs in the front, not just in the back. Get that height. Go ahead, then walk forward to come up. Okay. So one more time we're going to do that, and I'm going to show something. What happens is you get such a tremendous height in the pose that, and I did it on my own, although I didn't verbalize it, is that you feel like, oh my gosh, I have so much height that your dog feels almost too short. So once you get that nice height, then you're just not going to move anything. You'll just come like you're taking a handful of the earth and move forward. And then again, move your legs back. Okay? So you'll just come forward. I did it fast. It doesn't have to be fast. You'll just a little bit inch forward and keep the height of the legs. Okay? Play with that. Once more. Believe it or not, go ahead, do it once more. Breathing, observing the breath. I'll explain that other idea I was going to give in a second. Once you have the height of the legs, observe the breath in the trunk, that it's free. That you feel the breath in the trunk, in the side, in the back, not just the front, otherwise you're just pushing the ribs out. Now once you have that height, without disturbing anything, just inch your hands forward like you're inching your hands in the sand. Inch your hands forward, but keep the leg height. Keep the leg fibers going back. Opening the back of the legs. Lifting the frontal legs so nicely. Breathe. Observe the breath now in the pose, because this breath in this pose is giving you recuperation. Then walk forward to come up and feel. Feel the opening, the breath, vitality. So even though I know we gave you a long-standing asana class, because it is the first, we always give lots of standing the first, you may feel now, wow, after that dog pose, I don't even feel tired. I feel ready to do more, but we're not doing any more settings. So anyhow, that was the closing. Now we're going for Shirshasana. But how Guruji says, dog pose gives us so much recuperation and vitality, but if it's performed correctly, like if you're doing it and you're feeling like a panting dog, that's not going to help you. But here with that height, I'm almost positive that it helped you give the vitality in the chest, the opening, the breath, the feeling of upliftedness, and recuperation. It's a recuperation pose. Okay, in the beginning, it doesn't seem recuperative, but it does for those of us who, and for you, the more you practice, you feel that the poses, roles of the poses in your life will take on different roles as time goes on. Now, those people who do Shirshasana, you're going to do that pose, headstand, with your mat, either against the wall or not, however you do, whatever your options are. And those people who don't do headstand, you're going to do now legs up the wall. You can do the preparation if you want, but I prefer that you rest a little bit your legs with your legs up the wall. So that means you are on the side. You make like a small shape, like coming in like fetus shape. Then you lie on your back, roll over, and bring your legs up the wall. And then you open your feet. And this opening of the feet is what's required. Everyone in Shirshasana, your feet are going to look like them. Same. So we'll all be feeling the consciousness in the back of our legs, as if our legs were at the wall, and the opening in the soles of the feet, which we felt in the standing pose, obviously, but now, when we're upside down, we're going to feel it. Okay? So everyone be ready for Shirshasana. Lift well the inner arms before you put your head down. Open well the armpits, lifting the heels, and then go into the pose. Keep the wrists connecting to the earth very well, but press the center forearm bones. Feel the length of your inner arms and open your armpits. Observe the extension of the legs reaching through the feet. Everybody. Keep the buttocks moving towards the back legs, tailbone in, and open the back of the legs. Feel the whole frontal leg, opening the back of the leg without moving the leg back. Don't move it back and lose your balance. Be in the side body for balance. So I'm going to repeat because that was a lot of different instructions. So connect the center forearm bones to the earth. Open the armpits and feel your side body. You can bring your legs a little bit apart. Roll the thighs in and lift up through the feet, feeling the side body for stability. Side body. Now keeping your legs fixed as if the heels were at the wall, open the back of the legs with your awareness. Stay in the pose. Now in Shirshasana, you happen to be on your head, on the crown of your head, but you're not pressing the crown of the head. You just happen to be on it. Just like in Prasvita Prakarasana, we didn't press the crown of the head, it just happened to be on the ground. But feel here that the weight is evenly distributed between your wrist, your elbow, both wrists, both elbows, and press the center of your arm down, the center forearm bone on both arms. Inner arm long, armpits open, extending through the legs. Now that's the whole shape of the pose. The side body awareness is for the stability. Also for the stability now, the shape of the pose. Feel the shape of the pose, that you're in that shape. You don't have some part of your body like leaking out, falling out, whether that be the shoulder blades or the buttocks or the legs or something. Feel from the bottom all the way up to the soles of your feet. The outside body connecting to the inside body, and the inside body aware. So observation of the breath. Last, just 30 seconds left. I'm giving short Shirshasana today. So just observe the breath and the embodiment. Observe the breath. So your efforts aren't there to stop your breathing. Steadiness of the breath. Fluidity of the breath. Connecting of the breath through the embodiment. So your application, applying yourself in the pose, isn't creating turmoil in your mind in the pose. No turmoil. Then, in the next couple of seconds, at your own pace, you're going to prepare yourself to come down, not just flop down. Prepare yourself to come out of Shirshasana mindfully. So either with the legs bent or straight, but the lift, so you slowly come to Mother Earth with your feet. Don't just stamp on her right now. Slowly descend, gently. And then rest your forehead there in a Domukha Virasana. Those people with legs up the wall, cross your legs and relax. With your legs crossed in easy pose, Swasikasana. Then change the crossing of your legs. Those people who were in Shirshasana, rest there with your forehead on the floor, lengthening your arms forward. And then, with your head last, slowly come up. And those people who are in the legs up the wall, you can come out of that pose as well and join us now. Good, everyone. Now, have your mats open on the floor. Have a belt. We're going to do Supta Panandushtasana. Excuse me, Supta Panandushtasana. If you're not familiar with this pose in this manner, firstly, I'll show. You're going to, I'll give you a couple of minutes because you may have to move your mats. But what you're going to do is slide your body on this mat so you feel the skin of your upper back moving towards the back of the body. Then we'll last to the foot with the loop. Do you see how I have that loop for my foot? So I reach to the mounds of the toes, And then I extend my side body, the arm overhead. Okay? And lengthen. If someone has a shoulder issue and this arm overhead is not helping, what you can do, there's a couple of options. You can have a blanket, a bolster, a nice height if it's a blanket. And you can use that support for your wrists. You guys see? So you could do it like that. Okay, if that's not helping, it still bothers you. Okay, then just do this variation. Actually, if you do the other variation I prefer, excuse me, then it's like this. Okay, so then you do this variation. Okay, so your arms are resting. Okay, so everyone go ahead, be ready. Supta Palangushtasana, number 1. Then after this, we'll go for number 2 with the loop. Reach through the mounds of the toes. Deflation in the abdomen. Feel now the legs opening in the back, like the front of the leg fibers are definitely going in the socket, but to open the back fibers of the legs. Both legs, even the heel on the floor. Even the leg on the floor, ground that heel. Go farther, eating up the belt, lengthening the waist, opening the chest. Then release, change sides. As you go farther in the pose, I'm just going to show on the other side. As you go farther in the pose, stay firstly at 90 degrees. But then as we go farther in the pose, make sure that you open your chest. Don't close it to go farther. Okay? Feel the body connecting into the earth, the evenness, grounding the bottom heel. Then slowly eat up that belt with your top arm, opening the armpits, opening of the chest. Feel both legs going in 2 opposite directions. Then release. Let go of your 2 legs. Then bend your legs. Slide your body on the floor so the skin of your upper back goes down. Even your t-shirt moves away from your shoulders. And then straighten your legs again. Then right side again. Palangushtasana with the belt. Go ahead. Exhale to go forward, farther. Use your outgoing breath. Deflation of the abdomen. Then the incoming breath, opening of the chest. Then release, change sides. Open well, the top part of the back of the knee. Stretching the outer knee tendon, don't lose that compactness in the outer leg, frontal leg. Then release. Chain sides. This time we're going to go for lateral Kanagustasana. So just bring the loop behind your neck, behind your head and neck, and pull the belt loop and bring your leg out to the side as you pull with your left arm. Your left arm is like a pulley or like a puppet, and bring the leg out to the side. Lateral Kanagustasana. Feel the outer leg firmness, compactness in the outer leg, outer thigh, outer knee, outer shin, so the inner leg will open without tension. Use the outer leg, even you can bring your elbow on the floor. Outer leg compactness, elbow on the floor, and left hip, left thigh down onto the earth. That means the one that's on the ground, grounded. Then come up, extend your leg towards you, and release. Chain sides, other side. Pull now with your right arm as a pulley. Outer left leg, compact. Right leg, hip, anchored, and your elbows. Open the chest. Moving, open the chest. Breathe. Lift the chest away from the legs. Then come up, extend the leg towards you, and release. Change sides. I'm increasing the pace a little bit for this pose, I know. So be a little bit faster. Going in. We're not staying as long in the pose. Other side. Right leg out to the side, left leg anchored. Breathe. Observe the breath. You can use your exhalation breath to keep the firmness in the legs. Inhalation breath, opening the chest, but without changing the breath too much. Don't make it longer, just using it. And you can use every couple of breaths, not every single one. Breath management now. Before we were making sure the breath was free, open. Now we're using the breath in the asana to help perform the asana. We're harnessing our breath as a tool in the asana. Feel the different role of the breath now. Outer leg connection, you can do it physically. Then enhance it with the outgoing breath. And the physicality is there, but it's less, the effort becomes less to do that physicality. Keeping the chest open, the rib cage moving away from the hips. Then come up and release. Slide the body a little bit. Bend the legs towards you, knees to the chest. Bring your legs to the right. Then come up, bring your legs to the left. Come up, bring your legs to the right, turn your head to the left. Come up, bring your legs to the left, turn your head, look to the right. Right, left, right, left. If you are on your cycle, obviously you don't do this pose. You can just rest your legs on the floor. Okay? Then release, turn to the side, and come up. Okay, so you just did a little bit of that abdominal pose there. Now, we're doing one more asana before shoulder stand. I'm going to squeeze it in. I have to delete a couple. I gave too long a standing pose class, but that's fine because it's standing pose day. Now, for this next pose, you're going to just have a blanket. For some of you, you'll need that. And if people who have knee issues, you can just go ahead and have a bolster behind you. So what you're going to do is take your right knee and put it behind your left knee and sit back on your heel. Okay? Gomukasa. Then hold your knee there. Now, if you cannot sit on your heel because you have a knee issue, you can sit on a bolster, or you can just skip this pose entirely, because I'm not seeing you and giving you all the adjustments, and you can do now shoulder stand, set up for shoulder stand, or you can do Vajrasan. You know, Vajrasan, where you're sitting like so, but if you have a knee issue, obviously, then you're going to use support. I saw a couple of people that I know have a knee issue. So what you can do is put a blanket behind your knees. Always when there's a knee issue, give that. And of course, I sat down to take it. Okay, you have a knee issue. You're not going to be able to sit down. So then you put this back here. This bolster. Sorry, it moved. I have to pretend I have a knee issue. Sorry. So it should be to the side. I'm not showing it. I'm trying to go fast. Sorry. So you have this here. And then put this bolster behind. Mine's a little bit big, heavy, but you'll manage. There you go. So you do that, and then you sit down. So you see the leg isn't bent as much, okay? And the legs are together parallel. So this knee issue people, you can do Karatasan or whatever we're going to do, Gomukasan. Or if even this is not good for your knee, it's a heavy bolster, then you can just go right into shoulder stand now, or sit in Upavishtakonasan. That's another option for you. Okay, Upavishtakonasan. Other people who are in Gomukasan, come up, change legs. Now bring your left leg behind your right and sit on your heel. Then hold your knee. Sit tall. Gomukasan. This is a very ancient pose. Shoulder blades in, lift the chest. Breathe. Then come out, come forward, always to come out. Change sides. Bring your right knee behind the left. Have a belt near you if you have a shoulder issue. Hold your knee. Gomukasan. Then take your right arm, take your left arm, bring it around, back and down. So your right arm will be the highest. And then bring your hands in, Gomukasan. If this is not possible for you, you can use the belt in Gomukasan, or hold your knee. So I gave that first. So there's always the possibility to do the modified version. Open the chest, separating the elbows, moving the knuckles into the back, lift the chest away from there. Gomukasan. Observe the breath in the lower area of the chest, right down here, especially on the left side. Then release. Sit for a moment in Vajrasan. The Vajrasana people, you can also join us in the Gomukhasana arms. Now take your left knee, bring it behind the right, and sit in Gomukhasana. Now you'll see that leg is lower. So that arm will be the higher one. So now bring your right arm behind you. Then the left one tall. And open the chest. Face forward with your shoulder blades. Face forward with your chest. Breathe. Gomukhasana. Separating the elbows, lowering your head on your arm. Open the armpit chest. In the lower chest, below the breastplate, below the breasts themselves. Breathe. Soft ease. The knuckles are telling your upper back. Connect to the chest, lift up. Feel that intelligence. Connect to the chest, lift up, upper back. Breathe. Jaw and tongue relax. Release. Take your knees apart. Adho Mukha Virasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Then come up, shoulder stand. Go ahead and sit up for shoulder stand. If anyone's not inverting today, you can do now Setu Bandha on cross bolster or Supta Baddha Konasana. So if you don't know, I'll show that as well. Otherwise, set up for shoulder stand. If you're doing chair shoulder stand, you can do it. If you're doing regular shoulder stand, have your blankets available and your belt. Go ahead. Those people who are not inverting, then you'll have a bolster or rolled blankets, a support for your back, and I'll show it this way. It's easier for them to show. I have to get a couple more blankets. Now, if you don't have a bunch of blankets at home, not everyone has yoga blankets, then you can use towels or even, towels are good. So what you do, if you're not inverting today, you're going to have to imagine that my mat right here, that it's a wall, okay? So I'm going to sit on the floor with my bolster pillow behind me. I'm going to put a towel or blanket under each leg. And I'm turning my toes against the wall, so they're holding my feet there. You see? And then I lie back onto my bolster, have support for my head with their pillow or blanket, and reach the arms overhead. Okay? So that's what you'll do. Now, if you don't have a bolster, then you can make one by rolling your blankets. You roll your blankets, 2. Other ones go into shoulder stand, I'm timing you. I've started the timing now. So this is how you can make a bolster. Okay? You can make a bolster like this. And then use a blanket or a pillow if you don't have. And then, like I said, imagine this is a wall. Here, I'm just going to lift it up like this so you can see. So imagine this is a wall, and I turn my toes against the wall. I turn my toes so it's blocks my toes there. I put something under my legs because after like a minute or so, the groins will rip if you don't put a support under your legs. So just, even you could put like a sweatshirt if you don't have towels for each leg, and then reach your arms overhead. Okay? So you do that pose. Supta Baddha Padasan. Other ones, Yin Sarvadasan. So everyone has an asana. There's so many, as living things, they say. That's a lot. A lot of asana. Guruji brought forth so many that were there, or even some he found that maybe they were already there, but he found them again, we don't know. But definitely he brought out so many more than is recorded. And thousands. And from those thousands, he brought just 200 in Light and Yoga, but there's so many more. So many more asana. So everyone has something to practice. And that's really amazing. In Sarvangasana, climb up through the legs. Look in the chest. Climb up through the legs. You can bring the legs a little bit apart. Take your tailbone in and lift your pubic plate up. Then bring your legs back together with your tailbone and pubic plate up. Feel that the legs go up through the feet. Use your hands in your back to move the skin of the back up versus pushing it forward or just leaning on your back. Don't lean on the back. Keep climbing up through the legs, through the trunk. Breathe. Look in the chest. Shoulders down, chest up. Shoulders down, armpit, chest open. Feel that, the seam of your t-shirt rolling down, armpit, chest opening. Gaze in the chest.
Now prepare yourself to come out of Sarvasan gradually, gracefully. Come back to the earth, either with legs bent or straight, with your feet touching the earth. Then take off your belts, interlock your fingers, turn your hand out. Press all the toes into the earth, the neck of the toes, and lift your heels up. Stay in the pose. I'm going to come out because I feel like you can't hear me if I'm in that pose. So go ahead and press the toes and lift well the thighs up, the fiber of the thighs. Deep in the sockets, lifting up. The fibers of the thighs moving away from the floor, away from you as you reach your arms back, armpit chest up like a plow. The arms are the plow. Breathe freely. Change the interlocking of the fingers. Turn the hands out. Plow pose. Keep the height of your hips. Bend your legs towards you, knees to the chest. Karnapidasana. But keep the heights of the groins of the hips, bringing the thighs, the knees towards you. Karnapidasana. Bent legs, feet together. Then straighten your legs, walk your legs wide apart. Supta Konasana. Lift high the buttocks up and roll them towards the heels as you bring the heels towards them. Then bring your legs together and slowly come out. Those people who are in the chair, roll out, rest there for a moment if you haven't. In bent leg Viparita Karani. I'm just looking at everybody because I can. Good. Now, what we're going to do is have your bolster or your roll, fold up a blanket in half. This blanket was a little crooked. And then I put my bolster or my two roll blankets on top like a cross. You see it's like a cross.
And you're going to do Setu Bandha either like this, with also, sorry, there's going to have to be one more blanket. One more blanket here. Sometimes it even has to be folded for the shoulders. And a belt. Or with 2 bricks, Setu Bandha. Those people who know with the bricks, you do Setu Bandha with the bricks. If you did Setu Bandha already, then you can do forward swastika-san, shavasana. I'm showing this variation for the people who may not have bricks or know. So you have the belt around your feet. You'll slide back, and your shoulders are going to go on this blanket. Head goes on the floor, and on the top is my hip region. You see my tailbone will be in. I'll be in Setu Bandha. Okay, this could be a little bit closer. Or use your bricks. Those people who have bricks, you can use the bricks, lift up, put the bricks underneath the tailbone or buttocks, and then you can extend your legs straight with the belt or on the wall. You know how to do Setu Bandha with the bricks. Setu Bandha, Sarvangasana. This is bridge pose. See how it's a bridge. Okay, and we look inside the chest. So Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, either with the support of the cross holsters, which then you just slide back. Just sit with me, that's fine, and rest your legs there. And then we'll do forward swastika-san. Or Setu Bandha on the bricks. Go ahead, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana is next. It's going to be brief because we're running out of time. But I want to finish with Setu Bandha. So go ahead. Cross bolster Setu Bandha, which is a blanket with a bolster on top like a cross. Okay? So it's not that high. Otherwise, with the bricks. Go ahead. Once you're in the pose, see that you press your heels into the floor, take the tailbone in, and open the chest. That's required for the structure of the asana. Some things are required that you do. Arms go in direction of the feet. Look inside the chest and feel that your hips and your legs are going towards the feet side, the trunk, the chest going towards the head side, but the head is merging inside. It's not going away. Not the actual physical head, but the sensation inside is observing the space inside the chest. Open, predominant, expansive. Breathe freely. Breathe normally. See, when the tailbone is in, how the chest opens. There's such a connection between the tailbone coming in and the opening inside of the chest. This pose gives us what Guruji said, that you need mobility and intelligence and stability in body while doing the asana. And here we can see it happens naturally in this asana because we're molded to it. Of course, if you have bench at home, some people do, you can do it on the bench. One more minute, and then at your own pace, in the next minute, you'll come out of Setu Bandha, the cross bolster group, you'll slide back, and rest your legs there. The people with the brick, you'll come up, off the brick, bring the tailbone to the floor last, and then finally, forward swastika-san, or forward Padmasana, Yoga Mudra Sun. You'll either go next when you're ready at your own pace. I'm just saying what we're going to do. You're either going to do forward Yoga Mudra Sun in Padmasana, and you can rest your forehead on your support, or you'll do forward Swastikasana and also rest your forehead on the support. Forward Swastikasana or forward Padmasana is now. So come out, do that. Then slowly come up with your head last. Change the crossing of your legs, either Padmasana or Swastikasana, and go forward again, lengthening your arms, Yoga Mudrasana in Swastikasana, or Yoga Mudrasana in Padmasana. Resting your forehead. Observe the breath in the back body. With your head last, slowly come up. Finally, have a blanket for your head. Lie down on your mat, and as we did earlier, when we were lying down, slide the body with your feet pressing so the skin of your upper back and even your t-shirt moves towards the legs. Even you'll feel your sacrum elongate, sliding, or be sure, use your intelligence, be sure, so that when you go to then finally let go of the legs from the inside, you feel an opening and upliftment from within, inside the chest, as you let go to the earth. Softening the brow, the forehead, as you slowly extend the legs and release them. Feel that the chest and the space inside the chest still is giving you the sensation of upliftment. Go ahead. Shavasana. Be in Shavasana, everyone. Today is a holiday, so you don't have to go anywhere. Just let go. Think not of the future, but of the now. Just being here in this body with the breath. So feel the release of the back of the legs with the harmony now in the fibers of the legs. When we started, we may not have seen any of that harmony or even had it, but now there is the harmony in the fibers of the legs. Let go from the buttocks to the feet, the back of the legs, the front of the legs, the inner legs, the outer legs. There is a harmony all the way to the soles of the feet and arches of the feet. Then let go of the arms from inside the trunk, harmoniously all the way to the fingertips and beyond. The outer arms, the inner arms, the back arms in contact with the floor. All parts of the arms releasing like long parallel fibers. And observe the jaw, the mouth, the tongue is relaxed, hanging loose. The tongue and the mouth completely soft. Observe the brow and the forehead skin open and relaxed. And very importantly, Relaxation in the temples, near the outer corners of the eyes, so soft. The skin of the face, so soft. So you feel that the skin of the face has no expression, nor the muscles of the face. Feel the fibers underneath the skin without expression. Relaxing, unwinding. Then look within, observe the space inside. Observe the breath flowing through you. Connect with the breath and the body. And observe the freedom of the breath and the space inside the chest, free, open. Peaceful, calm. When we observe the body and the breath together, the mind goes for the ride and takes that calmness. Surrender completely, totally. Now no more observation of the breath. Just let go. Surrender, release, and let go. Completely, totally. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu, Sarvesham shantir bhavatu, Sarvesham purnam bhavatu, Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Gurubhyo Namaha. May there be peace, auspiciousness, fullness, wellness for one and all. Om, peace, peace, peace. And salutations to the Guru. At your own pace, come back from Shavasana. Let your body know you're going to reconnect. If you don't have to go anywhere and you want to stay longer, you can do that. And then turn to the side. Be comfortable there before opening your eyes. Once your eyes adjust, and always observe that inner clarity of the vision after Shavasana. And then when you're ready, come up with your head last. And that will be it for now. Namaste. Thank you everyone for spending the 4th of July together. So be well, be safe, and let's remember all those great gurus. So many on these next 24 hours, and give thanks to them for all their teachings. Thank you. So have a great day. Those people on Zoom, if you have questions,